uh, as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, normally, unless they make 25,000, they want 1 million. They're like, wait a
Yeah,
minute, you
yeah, that's
know.
not him.
Yeah. Hey guys, should we make sure that we can share my screen before we get started?
Yes, absolutely. There you go.
Yeah. And do we have more people joining, or is it just us?
There should be a few more. Let me post a reminder.
Yeah, it makes no difference to me, but let's just see about sharing the screen. Dun, dun, dun.
Come on.
There we go. Something just changed. Yeah.
Hmm.
It should pop. Normally, it would pop on mine where it says share screen, and then I put yes or agree.
Is it not letting you share screen?
Yeah, I'm not finding it, but maybe let me click on more down here, and let's go to share screen. There we go. Okay, and we'll share this screen. Good. Share. Okay.
There
Good.
we go.
Yep. Now you should be able to see mine. Excellent.
Okay, cool.
So that's good news. And we will. You guys tell me when we want to get started.
You can go ahead and get started.
Oh, okay.
I'm recording for those who are jumping on later, couldn't make it because if they're part-time or anything.
Excellent.
Some people are on the West Coast too, so.
And jump in this is just the whole reason why we're doing this is so that I can serve you guys and give you some information. So jump in, interrupt, don't wait till the end to ask a question. We're here for one reason, that's to serve you guys. Okay, so let's take advantage of that. And don't be afraid about asking me hard questions. Hey, if I don't know it, we'll find it out. But what we want is you guys to feel super confident, because when you feel super confident, then you're like, hey, I can't wait to represent this. So, all right, we're going to go to slideshow. We're going to go from the beginning. And all right, so do you guys now see, do you see my cursor circling experience you can trust?
No,
No, you're on Syria.
You're seeing that. Okay, so let's display settings. Let's go to swap presenter view. Okay, so now do you see my cursor circling?
No.
Experience you can trust?
I don't see it.
Okay, now you see it circling experience you can trust. Correct?
No, we do not.
You do not. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, what do you
We're
see
stuck
on
on the flyer page.
Oh, you're on the flyer page.
Click your tab in the upper left. Turbo term, instant issue. I don't know.
Yeah, let's do this. We'll stop that. Let's close this. Let's close this. Yeah, but
there we go.
Oh, nope, now we're back on us.
Okay, don't worry, we'll get back to it. So I'm going to click more. Let's go to share screen. There we go. And so let's share here. Hit share. Okay, so now you see my mouse circling. Okay, but what we want to do is I want to go slideshow from the beginning. And okay, so now do you see my mouse circling?
Yes.
You can trust. Okay, so we're going to, but you also see the next PowerPoint coming up, and it'll be a better recording if we go swap presenter view. Okay, now do you see experience you can trust being circled?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Then we're took us a little while to get here, but we're here. So excellent. All right, you guys, I'm going to give you just a little rundown of the company because that's important, obviously. So this right here is a picture of our campus, of our building. We're located in Glenview, Illinois, founded in 1936 by Rick Holson the first, and then he ran the company for many years, and then Rick Holson II took over the company, ran it for many years. Then Rick Holson III is our current president and CEO. And let's see, Rick just turned an incredibly young 70. And Rick Holson IV is our vice president of sales. So we're a family-run company of about 300 employees. And one of the things that's important to know is that I go around the building and I work with everybody to let them know what it's like to be an agent in the field. Because if you come to work at GTL, what happens is that you get paid either salary or hourly, and we pay very, very well. People join us, they stay forever because it's a really, really good company to work for. We do things the right way. We're not as concerned with profit as we are of doing the right things, because when you do things the right way, typically that's the best way to make long-term profit. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yes.
Yep. So, but I go around and I teach our people that, hey, when an agent calls in, that agent is calling in not because, man, I got nothing better to do, I just want to call the carrier. No, they're calling in because they have some type of a situation that they need to get resolved, and they need it resolved when? Right now, correct? Agents want things done lickety split. So we train people so that, hey, if you don't take care of that agent, you've ruined that agent's day or at least their morning, and you've ruined a future relationship with that agent. And agents, there's plenty of other companies out there that they can do business with. So we need to make sure that every contact that we have with agents is they get done and they leave with a warm, fuzzy feeling in their heart where they're like, yeah, this company's got my back. And I always tell agents that, hey, if you ever call in and you don't get that warm, fuzzy feeling like you're the most important person to us, then you need to immediately call my cell phone and let me know who it was that you talked to, because we record everything. And we're not going to go and fire that person, but it's going to be a tremendous learning opportunity so that they can hear how it sounded, and then they can put themselves in the agent's position and say, yeah, okay, I guess I could have done a better job there. So we're all about taking care of our customers. And as you know, we have two customers, agents and policyholders. We're a mutual company, which means we're owned by the policyholders, which means it's always going to be GTL, a family-run company. You do not have to worry about a big conglomerate coming in and buying us out. We're licensed in all states but New York. We've got an AM Best excellent rating, A-, zero debt, about $900 million in assets, and we make approximately about $30 million per year. And I only share that with you because you could go on our website, gtlic.com, click on financials, and you can see all of that if you know how to read a financial statement. But I also let you know, just so that you can understand, we're a very strong company financially, and that's why we pay claims so quickly, in that we want to get the money to your clients ASAP. Turbo Term, built for insurance distribution, built to go fast. In other words, call it in, and 70% of the time you can get an approval right then and there, because it's powered by artificial intelligence and predictive analytics. So what that means is, for you, the benefit is there's going to be no physical, there's not even going to be a blood test. So we can get approval, all the information that we want to get, we can get it immediately. Therefore, we can approve the policy immediately. Therefore, your agents can get paid that very same week. And that, to me, is something that agents want, right? Get me my money ASAP. Let's see here. And I'm just seeing, we don't need to talk about why they should get insurance. We're going to go over underwriting and that in a little bit. No medical exams. Rates, as you're finding out, are incredibly affordable, instant coverage, and you already know 100,000 to $1 million. There's the age chart, which you can see that in the underwriting guide. 3 waivers that you can add on: accidental death, premium waiver, and child rider. These are the current states that it is available in. All right, so with that, I am going to close this out. And now I am, somebody trying to say something? All right, we're no longer sharing screen, but we're going to go right back to that. So bear with me, because now I want to go to the internet. So share screen, and let's go to here and share. All right, so now we're going to, you see my emails right now? Is that what you guys are seeing?
Yep.
Okay, so now let's go to turboterm.com, okay? So the easiest way to get a quote is just for the agent to type in turboterm.com. And this pops up right here. Let me move this one out of the way there. There we go. All right, so this is what you will see. And if you scroll down.
Oh, Mike, we're still seeing your email.
Oh, you are? Son of a gun. What the
We're gonna
heck?
get along great because I do that same thing.
Right? All right, so I don't know why I'm seeing my email.
I was going to say, I don't mean to interrupt you, but what you can do, stop sharing and then hit share again.
Okay.
That might help you.
All right, thank you. And yes, any suggestion is always welcome. And share screen, there we go. All right. Okay. Okay, now you see Turbo Term instant issue term life insurance, correct?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, so from here, they can scroll down and go to run a quick quote, all right? But it does give them a little bit of information about Turbo Term, you know, the term, the coverage, the age, blah, blah, blah. So we click on run a quick quote. And so from here, we can enter in this information and it will give us an instant quote. For instance, actually, before we do that, I like to go right here, teach the agents to go here. Please click here to view our pre-qualification criteria flyer. This is kind of, in a nutshell, gives them information that they can really use, because this is a plan that it's not about, hey, this is a plan, we want all your clients. No, we don't. We really only want people that are strong, healthy, good clients. That's what this plan is all about. And if you read here, Field Underwriter Criteria Guide, agents can help increase odds of an automated offer by doing effective field underwriting. This product and process is designed for individuals possessing standard or better mortality. Individuals with adverse mortality indicators should just plain seek a different product. And it makes it so much easier for the agents when they can place somebody in Turbo Term knowing that, okay, hey, this is the right policy for this person. There's no sense if they've got some mortality indicators, there's no sense in placing them with Turbo Term, because all that's going to happen is it gets denied. And when it does get denied, it actually costs us, I think it's like $250, okay, for everything that we have to do. So we really want to encourage your agents to only call in the good people. A bad person is not going to slip through. And all it does is it makes the agent feel like, oh, they don't approve anything. And it makes the agent then get, you know, kind of a little jumpy on that. So we need to be real clear with the agents on that. Pre-qualification criteria, build is standard or better. U.S. citizens and lawful permanent residents, valid driver's license, occupation, employed as a employed or student, stay at home or retired. Misty had asked earlier, police and firefighters, is that a knockout occupation? And I did not know the answer, so I ran upstairs and got it. And the answer is, it is not a knockout question. So we welcome police and firefighters. They need to meet financial underwriting guidelines. You know what we mean by that. No criminal history, no felonies whatsoever. If they have a felony, it's just, they're gone. They won't be qualified. No disabled or receiving disability benefits, never been rated or declined for life or disability insurance, and no serious medical impairments. And you guys know this, but when we're training agents, it's really important for, sometimes an agent or especially a customer will think, wow, hey, I can get this past this insurance company. They won't realize that, you know, I had a heart condition 12 years ago, but now I feel great. I play tennis every day. No, this is what we do for a living. We will find it. And then what happens is it's just wasted everybody's time. So it's super important and beneficial to the agents that they know that they are the very first underwriter. They are the field underwriter, and don't waste your time. Put them with somebody else if there's, if they're going to be turned down. So, and the more the agents know this, the more they can be like, man, I love TurboTerm, but it's like it's like a Ferrari sports car. Hey, if it's sunny out, I'm getting in that Ferrari and I'm going to drive it hard and fast and just really enjoy it with a big smile on my face. However, if it's cold, rainy, slippery, snowy, I am not getting in that Ferrari because it is not the car built for inclement weather. Same thing with TurboTerm. So, by the way, that's the first time I've ever used that analogy. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah,
Guys
quick
like it?
question.
Yeah.
The not disabled or receiving disability benefits, does that
Yeah.
include like veterans disability benefits?
Yes. Yep. All right. Serious medical conditions, alcohol, drug abuse, and or treatment. Okay. So if they've been to rehab, forget about it. Huntington's disease, ALS, kidney disease, Alzheimer's disease, cognitive disorder, dementia, lupus, atrial fibrillation, Lynch syndrome, bipolar disorder, multiple sclerosis, cancer, excluding basal cell carcinoma, muscular dystrophy, cardiac arrhythmia, including atrial fibrillation, organ transplant recipient, excluding corneas. If they've received had cornea transplant, we don't care about that. Cirrhosis, Parkinson's disease, congestive heart failure, pancreatitis, diabetes.
Hey, Mike,
Yes.
with diabetes, is there a chance they could get a standard if they take just a very low metformin, their A1C is in very good condition, etc.?
I think that there is, but I really should clarify that, Adam, to be sure.
I'll
And
send you an email.
yeah, sounds good.
I'll send you an email probably with a few bullet points.
Perfect.
That's a good question because a lot of diabetics fall within that A1C between what, 5.9 to under 7. And so that's a, distinguishing factor.
Well, and
Yeah,
then you know what we're going to do right after this, you guys, we're going to pull the underwriting guide and just kind of walk through that, and maybe we'll see it. All right, paraplegia, quadriplegia, depression, schizophrenia, major depression, hospitalization, stroke, TIA, emphysema, chronic COPD, suicide attempt, heart or vascular disease, ulcerative colitis, HIV/AIDS. And here's the thing again, and I stress this, but you just can't stress it enough to your agents in that, hey, if there's something on here, we are going to find it. It's with the information that's available nowadays, it's out there. There's just no sense in the agent wasting the agent's time, the client's time. This just would not be the policy if there's anything that they see on here. So we want, again, I don't want to sound like, hey, we're hoity-toity. We don't want your business. No, we want all your business. But the way this policy is written, you want to, you want to be successful with it. So, okay. What we're going to do now is close this out. And now we are going to click on, we're going to go back to run a quick quote. And then now we're going to click on, please click here to view please click here for the underwriting guide. So let's kind of see if we can find our answer to our diabetes
And actually, wait, can you jump to the build chart? Because I know Shonda had a question.
Yeah.
So we could just show them that build chart real quick.
Yeah. Did that just pop up to begin
Yeah,
with?
right there.
Okay. There
And
we go.
guys, that's on our training portal under product training videos. Scroll down and you'll see it on there. It's right on there for you guys, so you can print it out. Use that as your Bible.
Yeah.
So the TurboTerm guide right here, that's on the portal? I mean, that's on our
Full guide, but the build chart is on there.
okay.
Yep, there's videos on there. There is some of the medical knockouts that are on there, like asthma, blood pressure, like diabetes, actually, I'm looking at the diabetes right now. General parameters for possible consideration for instant standard is highly dependent on the user profile application disclosure, whether it's type 2, They have to have excellent control of a A1C of 7 or below, no complications at all, no tobacco use, and well-controlled hypertension and hyper yeah, one of those medical terms.
Lipidemia.
Yeah, good job, Misty.
It's all on the portal for you guys.
And also remember, if you're not on the portal and you go to turboterm.com, okay, you'll see it, you'll be able to then hit run quote, and then you can click right on it. So, okay, so I'm just going to kind of quickly scroll through it.
Now, Mike,
see.
Sean did
Yes.
have a question on the depression. Does depression include postpartum depression, like after pregnancy?
Great question. Adam, will you put that on your list?
You got it. That's a
Yes.
very good question.
Yes. And it was kind of interesting too, when I was up in upstairs with the experts, they were like, hey, these people are really asking some good questions. And so, yeah, way to go, you guys. All right. You'll get, so much information from the underwriting guide. So here's something that maybe you guys can write this down in case you don't have it. So, but my name is Michael, Michael Gendy, and that's G as in George, E as in Edward, N as in Nancy, D as in David, E as in Edward, Michael Gendy. And my cell is 815-701-7034. 815-701-7034. And don't even bother calling my office number. Just call my cell, because that's I've usually got that with me, and I'll get the voicemails faster, et cetera, when I travel, and I travel a lot. So, and then the only thing I say with the cell is, hey, if it's after normal business hours and this call can wait until regular business hours, hey, wait until regular business hours. However, if you're sitting in front of a client and you need some question answered, feel free to call me at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night. I don't care. If I have my phone, and I will answer it and take care of you. We're here to make your job just a little bit easier. That's really what our goal is. So
Thank you.
all right, so let's see. Any questions, you guys? You know that you can do a text to sign, or you can do voice verification call, or they can sign right on your smart device if you're with the person at the time. So that all works. If you do the voice verification call, I recommend that you let the client know before the call. Have them write down your name, have them write down what they're buying, what they're paying for, because once the voice verification is picked up, you are not able to speak. That will disqualify the call. So you can't say, oh, I'll help you. No, coach them before the call is made. And it's about a 3-minute call. It's an AI call. And you can make it at, any time. Also, when it comes to the voice verification calls, some agents will just give the client the phone number to call and say, hey, call in when we get done. And we're like, no, don't have them do that. Have them just do a 3-way call. Everybody knows how to do a 3-way call nowadays. And if not, have them call me, I'll teach them. And that way, that signature is captured right then and there, because we want to get the agent their money ASAP, because that's
So Mike, on ours, the guy kept saying life insurance, and it said we believe you said whole life, and then Jason said term life. Do you think that's why it got referred to underwriter?
It was asking some specific questions that just the layman that doesn't sell life insurance knows how to answer. And so I did have to prompt it, and I mean, it accepted it.
Do you think that's why maybe I got referred to underwriting, is because they both spoke?
That I don't know.
He prompted me for help. So
praying that there's no wiggle room, but there's probably some wiggle room built in. Okay. So, and don't be afraid to make a voice verification call by yourself one time so that you can hear it before you ever do your first one.
Yeah.
you know, we want there to be just an extreme level of confidence on your end. And the way you get that is, okay, hey, I've already made this call. I know what it is. The voice verification number is, it will pop up when you're on your screen and you hit submit, but it's 866-839-5132. 866-839-5132. Another very important number for your agents to have, probably the most important, and that is agent support. Okay, that is a number designed just for agents, and the number is 800-323-6907. Agent support, 800-323-6907. It's a team of about 8 specialists, and that they are, they know, I'm not going to say everything, but they know an awful lot, and what they don't know, they can get information too. And by the way, whenever your clients call in, or you guys ever call in, everything is answered right here in Glenview, unless it's answered by, now that we have some people on hybrid where they're in the office 3 days a week, at home 2 days a week. But nothing goes overseas. Every phone call that's answered is answered by an employee of GTL. That's all they do, is they are a full-time employee of GTL. And most of the time it's answered right in the building. So just so you know that.
Michael?
Yes.
Is there an app from the App Store for you guys?
Yes. Yep. Go to the App Store, go to the GTL app.
Okay.
It's like a green in color. Yeah, download that, and then you can just click right on that. However, Kevin, to get your quote, the easiest way and fastest way to get your quote is through the turboterm.com. Matter of fact, let's just do that real fast. Yeah, so let's go back to, I just want to start over. So I went to turboterm.com. I didn't have to log in or anything. I just typed in my browser, turboterm.com, and this is what pops up. All right. And I hit run a quick quote. Here's what pops up. And remember, here's the underwriting guide right there. I can click on that. Here is the pre-qualification criteria flyer, which is so important. You know, that just gives you so many tips on who not to put in. And okay, so now all we do, let's say we're just going to go we're going to go a 15-year plan. The individual is 47 years old. It's a male. They live in let's say that they live in the great state of Florida, and they want to get 300,000. At 300,000. 300, 1, 2, 3,000. Hit generate quote, and there it is already. Preferred status will be $42 a month. Standard, $53. Standard express, bing, bing, bing. Preferred smoker.
Beautiful.
Smoker. So, but that's how easy it is to get the quote.
Mike, say, can you scroll down and show? Then it goes right to start the application.
Exactly. Then you can just click on start application. Also good here, there's a video where they can, you guys hearing that? No, okay. But there is a video that they can watch that shows them, just gives them some information on that. So that can be very useful. Let's see, you guys, what else can we go over? Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go to the portal, gtlic.com, since we're on my laptop. This pops up. What's important here is policy login, agent login, file a claim, contact us. But for the agent login, clicks on agent login, enters in their username, and then they enter in their password. And this pops up. It won't say welcome back to the test portal. It's just saying that because this is what I use. But from here, you can go to quote and submit, review and resume. any quotes you've saved. Fill the gaps tool, that's if you're selling Medicare Advantage. Access GT Link, this is a very important area for material in that. Quote Turbo Term and training webinars, GTL Quick Class, and other products to quote. So let me show you first Access GT Link. Okay, you click on that, and here's what you'll see. If you want to order any material, you do that from the download/order forms. Submit paper, new business, that's not available. Agent training, click on that. You can see the different webinars that we have available. Here's a Turbo Term webinar, so you can watch that anytime you want. Let's go back. And consumer marketing. Let's see if we have anything on Turbo Term. So we go to Turbo Term, and there's a digital brochure, there's a postcard, and a flyer. All right, and let's go back. Let's click on commissions. They can take a look at their commissions right there, see what they're being paid on that week. We store your customer information. It's available to you for the first 60 days. After that, it disappears. So make sure that you have your own CRM system that you're putting the information in so that you can be following up on your clients, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Let's go to download order forms. So the way this one works, by the way, I'm going to just show you something. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but you guys are all smart and can follow. You see here where it says view state approved list. I'm going to click on that. And now I'm going to click on download PDF. And you're going to get this. And this will show on the left side, it shows all of the different states. Okay, all 50 states. And then across the top, it shows all of the products that we have available, final expense, term, turbo term, etc. And then if you just go across that state, you can see, okay, it's available. And if there's a asterisk or a number by it, then just look at the key at the bottom. But this can be real powerful for those people that are selling multi-states and that. And there's, we have so many great products. We have a short-term home healthcare plan that's almost no cost, that if they're on a few prescription drugs, it's a health plan, but it's an amazing plan, and it's something that people love. Okay, so back to GT Link. And I just want to go back just so you can see where we went to GT Link. Now we click on download order form. All right, now we're going to answer the 3 boxes going across the page, and then we're going to hit search. So let's select our state, and let's just say that we're using the state of Michigan. Select the product, and let's go with Turbo Term. I guess I should have selected. Let's go with Florida because you guys are located there. So Florida, all right. We selected Turbo Term. Now we go to our options. What's available? Okay, so we have an application. We have an app pack or forms pack. Now, we do not take paper applications on Turbo Term. There's a brochure, buyer's guides, infographic, list build. You know what? I want to grab the brochure. So I click on the brochure. Now I hit search, and 2 brochures pop up. Okay, so I want to take a look at one. So I hit download. And there it is. Okay. Do a quick look at it. Hey, if I had to print it immediately for an emergency situation, I don't have any in stock. Okay, I can do that. But more importantly, I want to order some. Let's just take a look at this brochure. That's Michigan. So take a look at this brochure. I want to, I don't know, I want to order 10 of these. All right, I'll just click on 10 or type it in. And then I hit update cart, and you'll see at the bottom where it says view my cart. Take a look at the cart. Okay, what's in my cart so far? All right, I've got 10 brochures. I can go back and order more brochures or some other product, whatever I want to do, or continue. I hit continue. I make sure that all my information is correct. And then I hit submit order. And now within, if it's before like noon, that order will go out that very same day. If not, it will go out the next day. So you're going to have it within a couple of days. So you don't need to order 50 brochures. You know, hey, we're constantly changing, upgrading, etc. So just order, order a small supply, and when it gets lower, reorder them. All right. What questions can I answer for you guys at this point? You've been great in jumping in whenever you had something.
Hi, thank you. My name is Miriam.
Hi, Miriam.
I was looking, hi, thank you. I was looking yesterday at the map on your website where to find turbo term.
Mhm.
And I know you mentioned that it's everywhere except New York, and I was confirmed. But my question is about California. I know you have a few, you don't have the turbo, but you have other applications, I mean, other products that you sell there. Would you be able, because I couldn't look, I couldn't see actually.
So,
I'm
hey,
not
Miriam,
sure.
how are you, by the way?
Good, how are you?
Good. So, Mike, you don't have to go into that right
Okay.
now. I'll tell you why.
Sounds good.
So Miriam, the other products, their primary is more on the health side, short-term
That's what I
home
noticed.
care and all of that. We don't want to, if for time's sake,
Yeah.
and because almost no one is in that market as of yet, I'd love to help you if that's a market that you're in. But for this purpose, just the turbo term. But all the other products are on the health side, hospital indemnity, short-term home health care, et cetera. And they're incredible. We sell a lot of it. Is that
We
okay?
do have a final expense
for sure.
plan.
Huh?
We
Sorry?
do have a final expense plan where you can get up to $20,000.
That's good to know.
Yep, for
Because
those
I'm
people that
licensed.
are in desperate situations. So
Yeah, I'm licensed in California, so I was wondering if I could sell the turbo term there. That's
Yes.
why
No.
I didn't find it.
no, yeah, California is a real tough place to do
You're
business.
not in California?
No.
Okay.
No,
I thought
no.
you said everywhere but New York.
So that was in the introduction in that we do business in all states, but turbo term
Okay.
is not approved in California.
Okay.
Everywhere else it's approved, but not California.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up, Miriam. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, thank you, because I was, because this is an easy one to do. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay. Does anyone have any other questions?
No, guys, I mean, I've written 2 apps with Jason on these, and it's a pretty easy application. The first one, just kind of getting the flow for it. The second one, since we'd done it once, it was just like, it was a breeze. And the phone interview was not hard. Like you said, if Mike said, if you prep your client ahead of time, because, our guy kept saying he was applying for life insurance and they wanted to hear what product, they needed to hear term. And then, make sure they know your agent's name, because the guy was like, when I asked for agent's name, he was like, and Jason's like, Jason. He's like, yeah, that's it, your name. He's like, sorry, I forgot your name.
The teleprompt is also a nice CYA. The client, I mean, he's a cop, retired cop, and he still works security. And the very first thing he said once we were done with that telephone interview was, this is definitely legit. So we saw a lot of fire and police and even some federal agents who are very suspicious in nature of everyone by nature of their job. And I think that is going to solidify the sale even more so with that crowd of people. I mean, he literally a couple days later messages Misty that, hey, I want more. So
Great.
I think that helped.
Yeah. Excellent.
Well, Mike, I think we're good as usual. Yeah. You were terrific, very thorough. And I appreciate it. Are you can I touch base with you a little later? I got to go over something with you real quick.
For sure.
Okay.
Always available for you guys.
Thank you, Mike. You have a good one. Everyone else is staying on, correct, for a few seconds?
Yep, everyone else hang tight for a few.
Let's see. Okay, so I am going to leave the group. Let's see more, I think.
It's like,
Mute, stop
I
sharing.
think bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, okay. Oh, stop share.
Michael, thank you, by the
Oh,
way.
there we go.
Thank
Okay,
you.
now, yes, thank you guys. And again, remember what I said earlier about, hey, we're here to serve you guys. And also, when you come up with ideas where you're like, hey, I wish you guys did this, don't be like, well, that's not $1 million idea. I'm not even going to share it with me, because that's how we come out with new products, is because of what you guys, because you guys are there on the front lines, man. You're making it happen. So we so appreciate you, and just let us know whenever I can do anything for you. Call anytime, you guys. Thanks so much.
thanks,
Bye,
Mike.
guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mike.
Bye, Misty.
Bye, Mike.
Bye.
Good stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so can I just jump in and say a few things, Misty?
Yeah, jump right in.
Okay, so right off the bat, remember we have multiple carriers. This is a very new product. This is one of the most advanced underwritten product on the market. They are heavily using AI. So they will get doctor records. If a doctor shares medical records, you're going to have to be aware of this stuff, that these carriers are going to start actually getting access to some of that information. So just because you see it's simplified issue, easy underwrite, no doctors, medical records, do not think for a second they won't find it. That's why he stressed it. This is also a price buster product. I challenge you, Banner may come close, but Banner's not the
Not even
easiest to.
close. No, these guys crush every. We were running quotes at the house in Orlando, Adam, and like what we had, like even me 2 years later, if I were to switch mine $1 million policy from SBLI to this, an SBLI crushed Banner. I was still gonna save like $30 a month 2 years later.
Yeah, and that's what's important to remember, right? What are the sweet spots? Why use this carrier? If they're incredibly healthy, you want ease of doing business, very professional, very thorough, you're going to probably beat every other carrier on the market. And that should give you a lot of confidence in knowing that in case they want to shop. Okay. And I think that kind of leads me into a couple of things, which just some housekeeping things. So I know that there were certain ways that your previous company conducted their business, how they conducted applications, underwriting, etc. And this, guys, this is going to be very important. I have everyone's name who's on here. I'm going to come across a little harsh. Okay. So for those of you who have met me or talked with me, take it with a grain of salt. The purpose is so that there really is no wiggle room. There is no gray area. And if you feel there's gray area, we can easily talk about it. And that is writing quality business. There's the right way, and then there's every other way. I'm not talking about a mistake, because we'll all make them. But I've already had a couple of conversations with carriers. And in general, when telephonic business is written in the financial industry world, there's a heightened level of concern. Who's actually the agent? Who are they selling? So, number one, the actual licensed and appointed agent is the only person who can be asking the questions on the application to the client. And there is no gray area. As my buddy Theo back in New York used to say, period, end. So, I know that you guys use links and you use things, okay? It is critically important that you guys really understand that only the person who's licensed and appointed with that carrier is the one legally authorized. You are signing electronically or voice that application. You're legally signing a legal document that states you were the person doing it. when the client signs the document, voice or however they're doing it, they're legally signing a legal document stating, yes, Misty Citron was my agent, and she was the one doing it. Jason, Adam, Kiss, whomever. Does anyone have any questions, gray area, or anything about that? And it's okay if you do. You know what I mean? You came from a system of not knowing. You were in an environment where you were really under the impression that certain things can be done a certain way. And they did tell you you could. Okay. They were telling you you could. And it is not. It is absolutely 100% illegal. You can lose your license and be shut down immediately. Okay. Reported to the Department of Insurance, and it could be a big problem. And again, I hope you guys are okay with me being very transparent and upfront about it. But does anyone have any questions? You want me to clarify that at all?
Yes, I do. And I
Okay.
didn't see it answered if I missed it. This is Shonda.
Yeah.
But on the voice signature, does the client actually have to can do the three-way call, or can we call and just have all three of us on the line?
You can do all three. You can have
We
a
did it
call
three-way.
immediately. And we
Yeah,
encourage you.
what I'm asking is, can we go ahead and make the call? Does the client have to be the one from
No.
their number?
We
It
made the
doesn't.
call.
Mm.
We
Okay.
three-way called it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Point of sale close, man. Have them right. Well, you have them on the phone. Don't let them go away, and hope that they call that number.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's a great question, Shonda. And let me tell you, it leads into something else as well. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want my livelihood in the hands of someone else. And whether that was back in the day where exams had to be done, which we still do it, we had to schedule an exam. When I tell you this guy's, you know, he's paying, it's actually going to be almost 60,000 a year for a policy, a life insurance policy, and had to do the whole full exam, blood work, EKG, whatever. And it was through an agency of ours in Nashville that had an agent in Texas, and they were leaving it up to the client. Well,
No.
you know,
No way.
we're
Never.
2 months in. They've got 3 weeks before the case ends. Why? The guy was traveling. He's 74 years old. He owns these health clinics. He sold 3 of them, needed a lot of life insurance, had a couple of health issues, and nailing him down. So what that brings me back to is you should always be the one initiating everything.
Mhm.
You
And it
should
was
be in
fast,
control.
guys. Like, I mean, like we called like the third ring, it picked up. It's an automated, so it's not a live person. It asks the questions. We were done in 2 to 3 minutes. It was
Yeah.
very easy, and I'm gonna post the questions that they asked, so you know. So that way you can let your client know, look, they're gonna ask you these, so you're gonna need to answer these. But it was
Yeah.
simple.
The
I
term life was a little stickler that we, most clients don't know the terms of the types of insurance, and that was hanging us up with the AI powered interview. So Misty's correct. Prompting them prior to knowing the conversation will be very helpful for you to breeze right through it.
And that'd be good to have like a series of bullet point questions that everyone should always just review. Hey, before I make this phone call, let me tell you how it's going to go.
Yep.
Okay. I'll tell you a quick funny story. And I think, Kevin, you want to say something. So back when Foresters went from captive to independent distribution, our firm was one of the 3 firms that helped them do that. And they had the optical phone call, right? Can I tell you, in the first 6 months, we ended up terminating 2 or 3 agents. They wanted to terminate about 25, 30 agents. Why? It was all brand new. That phone call, it's so hypersensitive, it literally will pick up whispering in the background. So when they talk about steering or advising an agent, you're on a recorded call and you would hear in the background, literally a light whisper, and the damn thing picks it up. It was crazy. So, you know, I just want to encourage you. It ended up, a few of them were really steering clients. All of the other ones, it was just like with Jason. They didn't understand, or they wanted to get clarification, and everything was fine with them. But that is something that you be aware of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
At
You know,
what point, sorry to interrupt, at what point do you have to get that voice verification? At the very end or the front, or is it
At the
from
very
to?
end, when they're signing, that is,
Right.
that's their signature, so.
Oh, okay. So because I was trying this morning, I was trying to walk through the application. I made it as if I was me, and it was me, and so I started, and I only did, I know there's a bunch of, like on the left, you have a bunch of requirements or parts to the application, but I was only in the front one, the first one that says applicant information, and I got this pop-up error that says an unexpected error occurred while processing your request. And then it says there was an unexpected error in the interview. Please try again. If the issue continues, contact support. And I've had it over and over because I tried to, move on, but I couldn't. So I might have been doing something wrong. But
We had that when we had to restart his application, because there was one box we checked and by accident, and when we tried to go back, then we kept getting that error. So we just restarted the entire application and it went through fine.
yeah,
But
but I didn't do it
it's
through.
their actual signature is that verification. It's not like our other carriers where you would send a text or you'd send an email and they signed. That is how they sign on this one. It's that voice signature.
Okay, so
and
maybe.
here's something to be aware of with that system, right? So because it's AI heavy, some of you are probably used to it a little bit, but when you're starting that application, you'll see as you start entering information, you're going to see this screen circle really quickly. It's actually running out and grabbing it. So when it's asking you for you identifying the client with their social or what have you, it's instantaneously going and doing a search to say, is this actually your client? I tried to do an app when they first came out. They asked me to beta test it. So before it launched, of course, I'm going in there and I'm putting in fake information, and I couldn't get past the screen because the system was really trying to verify on the first screen,
Oh,
screen, is this you? So when you get to a driver's license, if you want to put, you don't want to put your info, so you put dummy info, the system's not connecting. So as you're going through each thing, it's actually running out and doing its checks.
That's
It's
exactly
doing
what
its
it was.
MIB.
The guy's address was 9550 and Jason put 9560 and it caught it. Like, it's very sophisticated. It caught it and it was like, whoa, doesn't match, guys. And it would not let us, we just had to start over.
Yeah. Same thing with MIB, right? Same thing when it gets to the script check, so what I would do is, and again, I don't know how your exact process is, but, have a fact-finding document so that I know I'm confirming this information. I would usually write it down. I'm not suggesting you do that, but so that when it comes time to make that phone call, you've tightened everything up to the best that you could. But again, remember, we're going to use this carrier for the price buster, easy to do business, high face amount when they're very, very healthy. But here's the other thing. Remember, you guys have the quoting tool. Okay. Remember that you have it. The GTL product under term is in the quoting tool. Okay. So it will allow you, if you start putting in medications or a health condition or whatever, and it knocks out GTL, okay, it's a high probability that it's recognizing GTL won't take it. I would say because GTL is so new, there may be a little gray area, right? Where maybe GTL would accept it. And anyway, going back, did anyone have any questions regarding how an application's done?
Mark's got a question. Mark, just dive in there.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I see the little hand there. I thought you were just waving to me.
I was waving at you. Happy Monday.
Hi.
So, so in light of the disclaimer, and best business practices and acceptable business practices, do we now, or do we plan to in the future, have a simplified issue term product that will not require a post-app phone call?
we do have, and will continue to add. So the prosperity product, does that
Right.
require it?
No,
No.
Family does. Yep. The family plan, family freedom does.
It does require it.
Yeah, they actually reached out to my client kind of randomly and left a message from a number that did not link back to prosperity. It was sort of alarming for the clients. That's why I was asking. And I called and they told me, oh, that's standard for that product. We call. We verify all
I'm
the
going to
information
follow
in the
up.
application.
I'll follow up. And from our chat last week, Mark, regarding who does the third-party underwriting thing, I have that in my notes to try to speak with him as well.
Okay.
But I'd have to look at it. Who else do we have in there right now? Simplified issue term.
as far as simplified, and look,
No.
I don't know about Royal Neighbors yet. I haven't got that one to come.
Their simplified issue, I got to check on a call. So I will tell you guys, just by default, I'm telling you, you gotta trust me on this. More and more carriers are becoming savvy about being able to have access to medical information. And historically, there's always been issues with telesales. It's usually a very high loss ratio. If you guys aren't in tune or you know someone who's in tune, I could tell you that certain organizations who just wrote crap loads of business, it's starting to explode. Okay, so I'm gonna do 250,000 20-year term and see who I have in here. I mean, we have the Transamerica deal, but you know, I'm a little concerned with how they conduct. You know what? I think because I have the webinar open, I can't fully open this screen, but I'll follow up. I'll follow up with you guys. We're talking about some of you who had never written with, or you're past the time period for writing business. Misty, should I chat on that a little bit?
Yep, go right ahead.
So, let me give you an example. So Foresters, again, I have a great relationship with them. If you've not written any business, their term period is 3 months, not 6 months. So that's an example of something we may want to consider allowing you guys to start getting appointed with. I need to have one more follow-up conversation with them about it. If you've written business, you can't have any debt. I'll just tell you that right now. So we're going to start looking at some of the carriers you were previously appointed with that we needed to hold off initially, okay, because it would have hurt you guys. You got to trust me on that. There could have been some backlash coming at you, okay, that it wasn't deserved and we wanted to avoid it. But we're kind of starting to have those conversations about a couple of those carriers that we can do that with. And that's it. Any other questions? Anything else?
Just
I
want
got
to,
one, Adam. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, Kevin.
no, all I was going to say was, man, I really appreciate your bold approach. You're keeping us out of the gray area, which gray area leads to destruction, and really appreciate you keeping us straight.
Well, I think you guys know, right? You know what's right and what's wrong. And we're not selling timeshares and toaster ovens, right? These ain't cutcoat knives.
Those are expensive though, just so you know.
Yeah.
That was me. I sold them.
I know. I just
I
got all
bought
those.
some.
I just got those hex clad pans. They actually do work pretty cool, but I got them at Costco, so it was a little bit cheaper. But we're not selling that stuff. We're their life is in your hands. When they die, if that policy's in effect, they're gonna thank God that you came and spoke with them and enrolled them into a policy. I've delivered a lot of death claims. I've told you guys this. I'm telling you, the light bulb will go off in your head the first time you have to talk to a family of someone who died that you insured. And we're not perfect, mistakes happen, but you just got to do it the right way. And if there's any gray area or questions, that's why with Kevin and Shonda and you guys asking these questions, it's very encouraging because, you know, we want to try to get you the right information. We're also from a contracting perspective. Hey, Steve, did you get a bunch of links over the weekend?
I did not. I see that they've moved though from the BGA over to the carriers, so I'm assuming they're going to come any minute.
Yeah, they were. You know, again, guys, we're dealing with in excess of 700 contracts. And, you know, it just physically takes a certain amount of time. 3 of these carriers, it's not as simple as just doing it. We have to attach an additional document to every contract for 3 of these companies. So it's not as simple as getting it and clicking the button and it goes to them. I appreciate everyone's patience. GTL has been doing a great job. You guys have been getting appointed quickly with GTL.
Yeah, like a day or two.
Yeah,
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 so
that's good. Adam, one more question.
yes, sir.
On the if I just wrote it down right, so you're saying like Kevin and I have not written any policies yet with Forrester, so you think we may be able to do that in 3 months?
When did you get appointed with Foresters?
I'm going to say 2 months ago, maybe.
About 2 or 3 months ago, back in probably October.
So, if you've never written business and your appointment was more than 3 months ago, I may be able to get you appointed immediately.
Fantastic. Okay.
Is it worth running up the flagpole right now?
I already am.
Way to go.
Yeah, I had a conversation with the guy Friday night. I've already told him where we are. And you know, we may have to ease into it. So what I would say, if there is anyone who potentially has business that would actually be Forrester's business, just reach out. Okay, because, you know, again, I don't want to flood them with 50 individuals and, you know, 48 of them won't even be doing anything for the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know what I mean? I want to try to get them in slowly but surely and not raise too many red flags. Same thing potentially. Well, let me hold off on that. Anyway, with each carrier, I could just promise you it's Misty and Jason and I, it's at the top. It's a priority to get you guys the best products that allow you to continue writing good business.
Thank you.
Yes,
Adam, long story short, hitchhiking on what Steve was just saying. Right on this meeting is Chandler Lee's my nephew, who's also studying for the license. A person new like that, once they get their license, they can be onboarded with Foresters right away, I would assume.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, he should be able to get Foresters, Mutual of Omaha, and AMAM.
Gotcha.
Well, AMAM is the other one we're talking about, and Mutual is the other one. So we'll yeah, definitely. If you've never been appointed with, there shouldn't be any issues whatsoever.
Excellent.
All right, especially if you're just getting licensed, even more so.
So same as your girls, Shonda, your 2 girls, when they come through, they'll have no issues getting those additional carriers right out the gates. Oh, you're muted, hon.
Cool. Misty.
Shay probably won't, but we'll be talking to Kendria because she's been actually writing. So we'll find out what carrier she's been using. So we'll do that.
Perfect. What were you going to say, Steve?
Hey, Misty.
Yeah.
Do Kevin and I have access to the Heartland tool, the quoting tool that Adam uses yet, or do we have to wait till we get all our carriers?
I sent you guys all. I sent an email that had my login for. So.
Can you resend that, Misty? I'm sorry.
Yep. Yeah, I'll send it to quote 2. Yeah, they have to pay for that. So I just gave you guys all my login. Just do not change the password.
Yeah, and then
Got you.
again, I've already I've already sent an email out with lists. So we are slowly but surely going to have some of you have access to it, eventually everyone individually. But you know, for someone to get it, there's an expectation of business to be written pretty quickly. Well, let me rephrase that, not pretty quickly. You know, you already have the intention of potentially writing some business, right? Because that tool goes out, you get assigned a username and a password, you're taking up a slot on their hardware, no big deal, that we want it. But you go a month, 2 months, and not one, you didn't even open it up or never even ran a quote. And then checking back, there's been no business. You know what I mean? We're just trying to avoid them shutting it down, because they do. They will shut it down, I think, 60 days without any activity.
Adam, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So did you look into the benchmark for me about the state issued ID or the government issued ID?
They
I
told me,
submitted my passport and they said that wasn't good enough.
well, I have a call with Jack later today about something I was working with Mark on, and I'll get you an answer.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
I tried to get the guy late Thursday, Friday. He was traveling, and but I have a call scheduled with Jack a little later today.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
I'll get you an answer today, one way or another. Okay. Anything else? Anyone have any other questions for me or?
No, all good. Thank you for your time.
Awesome stuff, Adam. Thank you, buddy.
All right, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
If anybody needs anything, Jason and I are gonna be on the road most of today, so call is the
Hey.
best way to reach us.
Safe travels. You got a nice trip all the way to Michigan, Misty.
Oh, yeah.
Jason.
Today and tomorrow, 22 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe they just said we're getting 22 inches of snow tomorrow.
That's all right. We have the right tires.
He's so full of crap.
Yeah, I thought Misty and Jason would like that one.
Everybody said.
Hey, don't worry. I've got a Ram pickup truck. I can pull you out of the ditch if you.
I just bought one. I have one here. So
We're not
Okay.
saying does anybody else need the quoting tool? I just sent it to you, Shonda and Steve and Kevin. Does anyone else? You don't have it?
I probably do. Just send them again.
Do it.
You sent
Yeah,
it,
no,
Misty?
Yeah, I sent it to your Kevin R. Lee email. Your Kevin R. Lee .life email.
Yep, that's my new one because I finally got .life to
Yeah.
work. Thanks to Mark Jaffe, and to Diane helping me get this thing figured out.
You
sent, yeah, you sent it to me, but to the SFG email. I didn't know.
Yeah, as long as you can access
It's
it.
okay. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Good. I didn't know how clean it needed to be.
And
Okay.
once it's in, go ahead and let Google save that user ID and password so you don't have to keep posting it. You just log in and it auto-fills.
Yes.
This is a heck of a meeting. I'm fired up, man.
Awesome. Thank you. I got to go, guys. Have a good trip.
Right.
All right. Bye, Steve. Drive safe yourself. Does anybody else have any other questions this week? Miriam, hand or you waving?
No, I thought we were done. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
All right.
I have a question that probably everybody would like to know. I don't know for sure if it's even a valid question, but I'm going to throw it out there. On the GTL turbo, I saw preferred, standard, preferred non-smoker, etc. Which one of the we were quoting preferred or standard on some of our other carriers. So which would be the best for us to quote?
So when you use the quoting tool, it's going to
tell you
which one he qualifies for.
Oh, I see. Thank you. So now you know I didn't look at that yet.
Yep. Make sure you're using the quoting tool, guys, because if it doesn't pull up GTL, like one of our other guys, like I put something in and it didn't. So I knew don't even try GTL because I know he's not going to qualify. If it doesn't pull up
Okay.
suggestion, they're not going to qualify.
Okay.
kind of use that.
And then I have another question.
Yeah.
You brought up that sometime nearing open enrollment for Medicare later this year, we might be qualified for that. And I saw with through one of my contracting applications that they would need a HIP certification for that.
Yep.
So what is there like a trigger date that we should be looking at getting that certification?
Probably very early fall.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to AHIP, you only have 3 times to take the test. And if you fail that 3rd time, you cannot sell Medicare. So you really
Okay.
have to make sure somewhere I have the screenshot of the answers saved.
I have those, and I need to forward those to you.
We talked
I need to
about
forward that.
that. Yeah, like I literally had the test on one screen and the answers on the other, and was because I failed it the first 2 times. So come the 3rd time, I was like, because
yeah.
like if you don't pass, you don't sell. They're very
Okay.
regulated.
Okay. It's good Christmas money. So yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
Krista said she's hiding.
I was gonna say that's Carissa back there. I know that face.
Yeah, she loves Medicare.
Miss you guys so much.
Hey, same here.
Oh.
Hey, that was my whiskey drinking buddy right there.
There
No,
it
that's-
is.
it was
There it is. Tequila
no,
night.
it was
Not
tequila.
that you missed tequila night.
Tequila.
Oh,
That's what.
grateful you
See, I
missed
tried-
tequila night.
Can I just tell a quick little funny?
Yes.
So I'm standing there playing pool, and you guys, man, I hope you all can join us next time. It was so much stinking fun. What a great camaraderie, get together. Everyone just got along so well. It was amazing. Anyway, I got goosebumps. I'm fired up. But Carissa and Misty and Andre, you guys saved my butt, man. I'm a lightweight. I don't drink much at all. Misty told the story. So we're standing by the couch, and I'm sitting here staring at my phone, and I drunk some tequila thanks to Andre and Carissa there, and Misty, and a bunch of other ones. That's my own fault. But I started drinking, and I looked down at my phone, and Misty and Andre would notice that I was kind of like going like this here. That's it, Misty. And all of a sudden, Misty goes, "Kevin, are you okay?" And Andre says, "Kevin, you got to sit down," or whatever he said. But anyway, they saved my butt from just falling down like a dead cow.
That would have been me because I am such a lightweight.
And look, this was me.
We
I was
all were
Kevin,
lightweight.
Kevin, are you okay?
Oh,
Do not let Andre
but
make
she
you
was-
drink.
And with the really, Carissa, you got to erase that video, by the way.
No,
If she
no.
videotaped me doing that crap.
It's not water. Just remember, it's not water.
We work hard.
I was like, Kevin, take this shot.
We work hard. We play hard. Guys.
Oh, that was so good, man! You guys missed it.
We
Hope you all
feel
can
crap
join us
the
next
day
time.
together, too. So, but it was a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. What a blast!
And I think we found the only people who really even drink tequila was Andre.
Yeah. Yeah.
and lottery tickets too, by the way.
Yep, I have a $20 winner. I got to cash in today. So,
Yeah.
but all right, guys, if you do need anything, yeah, Mark's got one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I look forward to like traveling with you guys. There's still carrier trips. I know Baltimore Life that theirs is Costa Rica.
Oh.
Yeah, I have not
Always
had a
wanted to
chance
go
to
there.
really look at all the
Did you guys get your writing numbers for Baltimore or Sika or any of those?
I haven't gotten anything yet. Still,
No.
no
Not yet.
sure LC, nothing.
If you don't see it this week, start reaching out to Adam.
Okay.
A lot of
I
our
got mine.
we had to reach out to Adam Lane. Sorry, our dog is obsessed with Carissa. She's allergic to dogs, and he just wants her to like cuddle, handing it.
Misty, can we? I've received a handful. I don't think I've gotten them all.
Okay.
I mean, how many are we supposed to receive, by the way?
Whichever ones that were on that box that on the sheet that you checked on for your contracting, anyone that was on there, you should get those. So if you don't start seeing them, a couple of them I had to reach out to Adam. He was able to see them, but we weren't, so he forwarded me them.
Gotcha.
So,
You
know, and I know-
you've been approved. You got your writing numbers from Baltimore.
I
Or
have.
you did your Sure LC with Baltimore.
I got Sure LC and Baltimore. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, same here.
Right.
No,
So
I
what I'm
just-
asking is, we completed the Sure LC documents for Baltimore, but did we get approved from Baltimore and have a writing number and be able to submit an app with Baltimore?
Yeah, it'll say whether, if it says that, you know, that you're contracted, then you're approved with them. If it says it's at BGA or at the carrier, they're still looking at you.
Yeah.
I can't see your Sure LCs like in the other one.
Right.
I've got a contract, says right here, well, shoot. They're processing my contract. I haven't received it yet.
All right, then. Let's go get it.
Right,
Yeah.
guy.
Y'all be good.
All right.
Shonda,
Have
I
a
will
s-
see you at 11.
Be
Have
blessed.
a, have a safe,
12.
have a very safe drive. Be careful out
Yes,
there.
yes. Be safe, guys.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Take
Thank
Bye,
you
care.
so much.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.